Everybody, we got head coach Tad Boyle. Coach, you start with an opening statement, and we'll open up for questions.
Yeah, look, we obviously weren't ready to play out of the gate tonight for whatever reason, and that's very unusual for a team like this, who's really had pretty good practices up until we maybe have had two or three subpar practices out of the 30 we've had. But for some reason, we weren't ready to play, and we turned that thing over like it was nobody's business. And then started feeling sorry for ourselves, our body language get bad, and our energy on the defensive end went away. And we let number 8, who's a really good shooter. We knew that he was. Again, the scouting reports aren't perfect, but it had him as a shooter, and he gets 5 up and makes 4 of them in the first half. So like it was Eastern Washington was the better coach team. They played better than us. They thank God they got tired, and they're playing at altitude. Otherwise, it would have been a loss for us. But our guys finally woke up defensively. We got some stops, strung some stuff together, got out in transition, and we got. There's so much to improve on, and I knew that with this team, but I wasn't expecting the start that we had, and I got to do a better job and figure that out.
Those turnovers, matter of guys getting fed up, jittery opening night sort of situation.
No, dribbling. I mean, there's 3 of them that were dribbling. First 4 were dribbling turnovers. They just took the ball from us. Of our first 8 turnovers, 7 of them were steals from Eastern Washington. They stole the ball from us. That means you're weak with the ball. You're not, you can't dribble it, and they're taking it from you. Our post guys bring the ball down. They get it stripped. Like, guess what? You're not supposed to bring the ball down as a post guy. You're supposed to keep it up. It doesn't matter if you're 6'11" if you bring the ball down to your waist and they strip you. And they're a good defensive team with active hands. And so, yeah, it's just weak, soft, whatever you want to call it. No fundamentals. Like, you got to, at some point, our players have to take a personal responsibility in taking care of the ball, and we didn't do that tonight.
You guys had like a 5-0 run to cut it to 6.
Yeah.
That kind of builds momentum, just kind of going locker. Did you feel like the guys, despite not playing well in the first half, knew, okay, we're only down 5.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It's better than being down 6. It's better than being down 16. So, but I'm just so disappointed in the way we came out. I just keep going back to that. Yeah, look, this is a competitive group of guys. That much I do know. But for some reason, we weren't competing from the get-go tonight. Again, that's my responsibility, and I didn't do my job tonight. So I'm disappointed in that. And Eastern Washington, they deserve all the credit because they were, like I said, they were so much better than us in the first half. It wasn't even close.
Is there anything specific?
Well, I just kept begging them to take care of the ball and take great shots and try to get stops. We got 3 kills, which is 3 stops in a row in the first half. And that's why we were down 6. We held after, they got out to, 20 points. We held them like 11 the rest of the half, which defensively, that's the only way you're going to get back in a game when you're down 16, 17 points, whatever it was. Is you got to get stops. You got to, and playing at home, trying to get out in transition. And we didn't shoot the ball particularly well in the first half. Did a better job in the second half. But, you got to string together stops and you got to create some, offense with your defense. And I thought our ability to take care of the ball in the second half was better. We had, again, I think 18 turnovers. We had 13 in the first half, which means we had 5 in the second half. So that was better. But we got to be better as a team on our switching at the end of the first. I mean, again, thank God Eastern Washington got tired because they missed some shots in the second half that they were making in the first half. And again, that's nice thing about playing at home against teams that are not coming from altitude.
And one of the different starting 5 starts second half.
Yeah.
Part of that was Trevor. It felt like he was just kind of all over the floor tonight. How impactful was he? What did you like about him?
Yeah, Trevor plays with great energy. Like, he's going to make something happen on the floor, offensively and defensively. So I appreciate how hard he plays. And he's, right now, I said it on the radio, he's a plus-minus guy. Make a good play, and then he'll, make a bad play. And they'll make a good play, and he's just making good plays. We just got to minimize the bad plays, and But Trevor brings it. Wasn't so much who started, wasn't who didn't start. I didn't start Julian. He had 4 turnovers. Van Gogh had 3 turnovers. Everybody else had 1. I'm like, okay. At some point as a coach, you got to say, okay, there's a responsibility that comes with starting. And now Julian, to his credit, finished with 4 turnovers. He didn't turn it over in the second half. That was great. Van Gogh finished with 3 turnovers. He didn't turn over second half. So is that because they didn't start, or is that because they didn't play as many minutes? I don't know. Or maybe they played better. But you have a responsibility when you start. And this is a team, I'm telling you, the strength of this team is the depth of this team. And to me, right now, we go 11 deep. It's hard to play 11 guys. It might be different guys on different nights. And if they don't buy into that, we're going to have problems. If they do buy into it, we'll be fine. But we're gonna watch a lot of film. There's a lot of improvements to be made. I felt like we took a step back from the Pomona-Pitzer exhibition and the Texas scrimmage tonight, and I don't like taking steps back. I want to take steps forward. I don't expect us to be perfect, but I expect us to correct the mistakes that we've been talking about in practice, and that's what we got to do. It's my job, and this team will get better. They care. They're coachable. I like this team a lot. I really do. I like the players in the team. I like the talent. We got to get better. And that's my job. Well, off ball, we don't switch. So it's just a matter of getting through screens. Okay. Which takes toughness, effort, being in a stance, physicality. On ball screens, other than Elijah Malone, we were switching every on ball screen. And there were countless breakdowns. Like when you switch a ball screen, you're supposed to take a pick and pop big man out of the game. You're supposed to be able to have a big now that's guarding a guard, that's got length, got size. Now, can our bigs guard guards? Didn't do a very good job of that tonight. And our breakdown in communication was atrocious. And again, thank God Eastern Washington got tired, because they had some wide open looks in that second half that didn't go in because they were tired. And it was too many breakdowns. And that's what the film will show. And it's not going to be pretty. So we got to get better at that. It's easiest thing to do is, hey, ball screen, we switch it.
And I felt like you guys started to play more freely in the second half. Was there like a moment or a stretch of time where
I don't, when they made shots. and that's, again, a sign of, hey, we make shots, we're going to play free, but our ball movement was not very good in the first half. Our ball movement was better in the second half. Our cutting was not very good in the first half. R.J. Smith made a great back cut. Hassan found him on a back door and it was layup. But he was the only one that cut that I can remember of in the first half. Second half, Ruff made a curl cut. You found him on a layup. Like it was, and we talked about that at timeouts. We're like, we need more back cuts. We need more curl cuts. And finally, they start figuring that out. But the thing about this team offensively, in terms of playing freely, it's playing together is more than I would say than free. Because I wasn't restricting them in the first half more than I was letting them play in the second half. It was the same offense. It was the same players. It was that same system. They played better in the second half offensively for whatever reason.
We had a,
go ahead.
I think we had the same question, but Sebi has had a really good preseason.
Yeah.
But what does it say about the young man that be able to come in, step in, perform like he is not just knocking down shots, but I think he's doing it.
Exactly. No, the thing about Sebastian is he's really coachable. He's very conscientious. He wants to get better. When he gets his feet set, his ball is going in, and we want him shooting the ball when he gets his feet set on the perimeter. Now, eventually he's going to get scouted and people are going to start running at him and running him off the line. He's going to have to put it on the floor and make plays that way. But Sebastian's doing a lot of good things for us. I'm on him all the time about rebounding, defending, taking care of the ball, and taking great shots. If he does those things, his talent is unquestionable. His skill level is unquestionable. It's a high level for a freshman. So we're going to need him, and we needed him tonight. And when he gets open shots, he can make them.
Coach, you ended up out rebounding them 43-30. What do you feel about your team's physicality?
I thought it was good. I thought we wore them down again. Eastern Washington, give them credit because they battled us tooth and nail in the first half. But our guys, again, and that's the strength of our team, our depth, our ability to wear teams down with that depth. And we got a lot of guys that can rebound the ball. Like Elijah Malone, didn't do a lot offensively because it's hard for us to get him the ball because we're not very good passers right now. But he had 7 rebounds in 12 minutes. I mean, that's 3 offensive, 4 defensive. He continues to do that. We got to do a better job of getting him the ball, offensively and defensively. His ball screen coverage got to continue to get better. And if our guards don't get through screens, Elijah's going to be in a position where he's going to have to guard a lot of guards that are getting downhill, and that's difficult for him, given his physical nature of his body and his foot speed and that sort of thing. But if our guards can get through screens, we'll be all right. But right now, there's so much we have to get better at. I can go on for hours.
What do you think about him?
Yeah, Andre's gonna be fine. Andre's a good, he's playing in a totally different system. We're asking him to do things maybe that he didn't get to do or was asked to do at Washington State. But he, in practice, in our exhibitions and scrimmages, he's been our most consistent player, offensively and defensively, without a doubt. So with Andre, I know what we're going to get. Now, some nights he'll shoot the ball well, sometimes he won't. You had some good looks tonight. He's such a good shooter, you expect every shot to go in. He does too, but they don't always go in. So the whole key is you better figure out how to help your team win when you're not shooting the ball well. And Andre's, he does that. We got some other guys that ball doesn't go in, their head goes down, they start pouting and feeling sorry for themselves. We can't let that happen.
Okay, thanks, Coach.